Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Villarreal match preview, in which will be the first game where Mr. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not in charge of Manchester United. We'll get into the team sheet here on my left, I'll get into the tactics, what's going to happen, predictions, all that good stuff. So smash like on the video, subscribe if you're new. But before we get into it, Maloto, there has been some updates. Evidently looks like Zidane rejected us. Lots of reporters saying that. Luis Enrique said it's this April Fool's and he's very happy that he's in Spain.
Listen, you
Violated us. And then I sent you guys the quotes about Ten Hag, which I thought was very interesting, because it's like the reporter basically asked him. I have the quotes here in front of me actually. Let me just get it for you instead of trying to remember. So the interviewer said, "So are we assured that you're going to remain Ajax manager?" Ten Hag said, "You keep asking me this, but," and then he said, "It's not a weird question, right?" He said, "Yes, it is a weird question. I heard nothing about it, so I can't talk about it." And Fabrizio also confirmed, saying that basically Ten Hag said, "I expect from my players that they are focused on Ajax, so I have to give it the right example as well. I'm in the United list with Pochettino, question mark. I'm focused on my own team. We want to achieve a lot." So he didn't really slam the door and say, "I'm definitely opposed to it" and stuff. What I find interesting is that he said he stuttered almost when he was asked. So when the reporter asked him, can we be assured that you're going to remain as Ajax manager?" And he said, and he stuttered and he was like, "Yeah, it's weird, but I haven't heard from United, so I can't really answer that." And I'm just like, so they might, if you want small hope, they might be that. They might be that. I think.
You know what?
Yeah.
We keep talking about how loyal he is and how he wants to finish a project, but when United calls,
when they're actually calling,
it's hard.
It's all. Well, I don't think the board or the owners have contacted him yet, but I think he's wise. You'll know what's happening in the whole football world, so you'll know that Oli has been fired, and United is obviously available. And I'm pretty sure that this is also Ten Hag saying it's obviously, why wouldn't I want to go to United? But if I have to stay till the end of the season, I stay till the end of the season. If they don't call me, they don't call me. And I do think that even if United do call him and Ten Hag wants to come, then you're going to have to convince Ajax to let him go and buy him out, basically, that could be the harder part. I don't think convincing Ten Hag to come would be as hard, but I think, telling Ajax that we're going to basically take you one of your best managers you've ever had,
one of your best seasons.
Yeah, exactly. And while you are thumping teams left, right, and center, it's a bit hard. So
you know what? I don't know. I can imagine that we might have contacted him, to be honest. Maybe not to say, "Do you want the job?" Just to say, we might.
The job's available.
Yeah.
Reporters are saying he's 100% would want. He 100% wants the job in the summer, for sure.
And I feel like the fact there's been so much speculation about his future, I do think he wants to step away after the season. I do think he probably feels like he's done what he can at Ajax, and it's about moving on, giving it to someone else, and then just next chapter of his career. And to move away now, that's going to be difficult, but not impossible. We're Manchester United. We can pay whatever release clause there is, and we can attract him, because who doesn't want to come work for us and Ronaldo and all the lot,
Yeah.
But long term, I can see it, because if we are going to be hiring an interim and wanting someone to come in the summer, I think all cards on the table, because then Pochettino, I think, who knows, will he be in a job? PSG come the summer.
Not even, he might be in the job, but Poch could be like, "I want out. I've been wanting the United job, is my dream job, so I'm gonna leave PSG. I'll resign and I'll take the United job."
They aren't really happy at the moment, and I think it's all just about being professional. They don't want to fire a manager this brought in, and he doesn't want to just drop a team that has given him everything, really. So I do have a feeling that PSG wants Zidane. And in an ideal world,
and we want Poch.
United just give us Zidane. Don't go for Zidane, and we'll give you Poch.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really work like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I think.
And I kind of feel like.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the fact that we're so insisting on interim, we're hoping that he might get fired. So we'll keep interim. If Poch gets fired, we'll jump on it. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So let's see. I think those Ten Hag's things are very interesting. I also sent you guys the stat with Ten Hag in 185 games for Ajax. His team has scored 500 goals.
Though, let's think about it. He is playing in the
I
top
don't
six.
care where you play because he still plays Champions League. 500 goals in
It's
185 games is ridiculous,
uh,
So
I mean, like we commend Xavi for the Qatar, the day in
yeah,
Qatar. So
yeah. Like I said, I really love Ten Hag, and I would think he would be perfect for United. So, like I said, let's see how things go over the day. But we had to speak about Villarreal because ideally this should be the only game where we should go in blindly, have Carrick at the wheel. This should be it. It should end here. It should probably end here. At most Chelsea, but then by Chelsea you should tell the fans at least that we've got a manager. We're just not gonna bring him for Chelsea just because we don't want it could go down at Chelsea. So let's just leave it or whatever. But yeah, Villarreal, Manchester United Champions League. Currently, United and Villarreal are equal on points in our group with both 7. Atalanta's got 5. Young Boys got 3. So it's basically a must-win. It's almost a must-win game for United. This will basically do us very well, and we're probably through to the next stage then. Because if we beat Villarreal, we're on 10 points. If Atalanta beat Young Boys, which they probably would, they're on 8 points. We play Atalanta. It's in our own hands then, basically. We still need at least a draw or something. So we do need 3 points. This is a must-win game for United, and it just sums up United in general because was one of the most important games in the Champions League now. It just shows how incompetent we are because we're going in it with Michael Carrick as our interim manager, the man who's part of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's managerial team, who's part of the problem, who probably does do some of the coaching because Ole didn't do it, and it doesn't really change anything. Like I'm expecting things to obviously change with like maybe starting players or maybe at most a tweak in formation, but in general, overall, it's not going to change come the Villarreal game. It probably won't even change Chelsea's game. After that, we would expect things to be definitely changing, but I'm not feeling optimistic for this game. I just don't think the players are going to have the new manager bounce with Carrick in charge. How do you feel?
crazy because like if you'd asked any football fan in that international break week why it's important to fire Ole now and give him the manager, they would have told you so many games coming in December that you won't have time to bring in a manager and like you're having time to work with the squad. So it was the obvious thing to do. So it's crazy. It's absolutely criminal that this club didn't do that. But now, I think it depends on Carrick's mentality going into this. Like is he gonna cower away and play like Ole? I think that would be the wrong decision. So I think he has to have 2 things on his mind, which I think he will. I think he has to try and impress because ultimately, as much as we're probably not gonna give him the job.
You know what's crazy though? Like today, if you think about it, you say you need to press, but they're not gonna just press all of a sudden. And they're only impress. Sorry, impress. Okay, because I was just gonna say we're not training today, at most we're gonna train tomorrow, but we're playing away, so yeah, we fucked. Actually, we fucked. Carrick's not gonna even have a training session. Now that I think about it, because we're gonna have to go fly. Yo, it's over. It's chat. You are a mess.
Yeah, it just depends on how he looks at it. He needs to look that he needs to impress and do something different because you never know. Maybe he might get the job. And he needs to think that, you know what, let me not think about the future and think too much about job security. Let me think more about just doing my part, and just doing a job until another manager comes in, And if you can convey that to the player, that you know what, gents, let's just take a shot. Let's just take a shot at this. All is gone now. Let's just refresh our minds.
It's hard because that's what I'm saying. Like it happened today. Tomorrow they'll have to fly to Villarreal. It's hectic. Like what's Carrick gonna do even? Like if I was Michael Carrick and I'm in the plane, I'll be like, you would have to do a speech and stuff and be like, listen, gents, it's just not good enough. And I understand however you guys might be feeling. Some of you happy, some of you sad, or whatever it is. We gotta put in a performance today and be professional. Because if we don't, we're fucking playing either Thursday nights or we're not in the Champions League anymore. So regardless of what's happening, we all gotta grind out the result today. And it might, and the irony is you're gonna have to be like, let's have some individual brilliance today, okay? Let's try to be expressive because you're not gonna be able to coach or do anything in the space. So
it's about. I would say let's just go back to basics, guys. Forget everything we've taught you. Let's stop.
Everything. It's not like they've learned anything.
You know what? Just forget it all. Let's go back to the basics. Football is a basic sport. Just cross the ball to Ronaldo and he'll score. So,
to be honest, that's a good point because that is the most simple tactic you can work on. You can be like, fullbacks, I want you bombing forward when we're attacking. And
Yeah.
it's simple. We just need to put in balls in the box one way for Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think
That's what we have to do.
And that's what a new manager does when he doesn't have a lot of time, because you can't then try convey your whole philosophy in a day. So you just try to say, let's just do the bare minimum to win this game, you know. And I think he needs to act like he's a new manager, you know, and make changes in line with that. Play Donny in the midfield, play Sancho, drop Maguire. You know, just do things like that. So I don't think you drop Maguire, but like I think if he conveys a fresh start, I think we could get a little bit of a bounce.
Yeah, because this is where it's sad now, right? So let's listen to this, right? So United, these are the last few games for United. Lost 4-1 to Watford, lost 2-0 to City, drew 2-2 at Atalanta. Spurs we don't count. We lost 5-0 to Liverpool. We beat Atalanta 3-2, lost to Leicester 4-2, drew with Everton. So it's not too good, right? And then we see Villarreal. Let's see how Villarreal's form is, because I really haven't noticed them. I know you watched last week. So they drew 1-1 against Celta Vigo yesterday. They beat Getafe. They beat Young Boys in Champions League. They beat they lost 2-0 against Valencia. So they seem like they're also in a bit of a mixed form, you know? So both teams are not in incredible form, but I would still think that we're in a worse situation than Villarreal, you know? I think it will be two desperate teams fighting each other, and at the end of the day, Unai Emery will still be a better coach than Carrick would ever be, probably. So it's an advantage at Villarreal, and they should take advantage of it.
Yeah, I just think our team on a bounce can beat pretty much everyone.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, if they're feeling good, I think they can beat anyone. So if you can convey that it's a fresh start and it's not just papering over the cracks, and like, if he can get that, I think the talent of this team beats Villarreal every day, you know. So he needs to try and get that into them.
Well,
but that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because I think what the players will be thinking is that Ole was a scapegoat. It's the same thing, you know, and that might not bode well for us.
Yeah, I'll take what you want with this information, but Google's got Villarreal. I've never seen this thing in my life. So yeah, Villarreal has a win probability of 34%. United got a win probability of 39 and a draw 27. So we slight. It's almost saying it's like even for anything. Anything can happen in this game. And that just sums up, it just sums up United, I guess, and it sums up Villarreal by the looks of it with their form as well.
And it's actually very accurate.
Yeah.
Looking at the last few months,
yeah.
We do tend to drop points against these type of teams.
Yeah, we do. We know all about Villarreal, don't we? We know very well about Villarreal. Let's not go with it. You know, we've moved on now in life. Moved on. I've seen Ollie crying today. I don't want anymore. You know, it's done. It's in the past now. Good luck with the rest of your life. We just gotta move forward now. So, and that's why I think, because Malotto, usually I have a beautiful team sheet ahead of us. You know, I usually have everything planned. I was like, Ollie, we know what Ollie's like. Now with Carrick, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be exactly the same. It probably will be exactly the same like Ollie. But I just thought it'd be interesting to, like, you know, let's just discuss the team. Let's just discuss if there's a chance or a probability that he could do things. But for me, instantly, you can see there's three names there. It's Ronaldo, it's Bruno, it's De Gea. For me, regardless of any manager that came in, I think those three players will start, regardless in anyone's team. So I think, do you agree with me that those three are guaranteed, at least for Villarreal?
Yeah, no, I think under Carrick there's more guaranteed, in my opinion. But I think, well, yeah, you're right. Under any manager, these three, definitely, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, so
Some might argue Sancho.
Yeah, well, we'll get there. The only reason I also didn't like fill in more of the midfield is that I was just thinking, do you think Carrick will stick with 4-2-3-1? Just go with what we know for now, because we won't be able to do anything, or do you think he might do like a 4-3-3?
Would appreciate that. I'd appreciate the gun ho go for it mentality. So we'll see. But then who plays in the holding position? That's the question.
Matic probably.
If he plays McTominay, oh my gosh.
Matic or McTominay, yeah, probably. At least the one thing I can say is that if we play 4-3-3, whoever Carrick chooses at CDM, he clearly thinks that, you know, at the club they're the best CDM for now. And if they have a stinker, then we can also be like, this is exactly why you shouldn't be a coach. You're a CDM.
Yeah,
if you can't coach CDMs, you trash.
Yeah.
You know.
I was going to say that. You know, at least that's the hope. Like, in that position, he knows it.
He should just play himself. But Carrick can CDM.
Actually, it'd be brilliant. You know. So Yeah, maybe you give Match a shot, but you never know. These people seem to rate
Yeah.
McTominay, so
So
I wouldn't put it
so yeah,
past
we'll
them.
get there. But do you think it's gonna be one holding, or we're just gonna stick with the pivot?
I'm gonna go safe and say we're gonna stick with this.
Okay, I also thought so. So we'll go like that. Let's move in the team now. Left back, obviously, lots of people think that Alex Telles, as soon as we get a new manager, Luke Shaw's days are kind of numbered. But yeah, because lots of people like Telles, but because it's Carrick, who is saying you think he's gonna keep Telles? I mean, he's gonna play Telles or he's gonna keep Luke Shaw?
Definitely keep Luke Shaw. I don't see it
Yeah,
any
I
other way.
agree. I also agree with that.
Who? I think more just keep Shaw because as much as a lot of people might want to accept that Shaw is 10 times the player Telles, I'm sorry, it's the truth. And I maybe like Conte who wants to play with wing backs, maybe he would bring in a Telles, but I think Shaw definitely plays.
I think definitely even with Ten Hag, if Luke Shaw is still his first choice or something, we will be seeing a lot more of Telles though. Whether we like it or not, we're gonna be seeing like Ten Hag will definitely say Telles, go try win that spot. Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
managers do. And like I said, I wouldn't write it
Yeah,
off.
true.
I wouldn't write it off when you have a new manager and all of a sudden that manager is telling you, I'm gonna put trust in you. Go show me why I should pick you because I don't have relations with anyone. And if Telles performs, he performs, and Luke Shaw is dropped. Easy as that.
I just trust the quality of Luke Shaw. I don't think it's a fluke. Like with other players in this team, you might say, oh, Maguire, maybe a little favoritism. I think with Luke Shaw, at the end of the day, I think he's a competent attacking fullback and defensively he's pretty good. So I think that'll work in his favor.
Okay. Well, Maguire got a red card, but I think he can play this game because Champions League.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Centre backs, what we're saying. Varane's probably not back, so Lindelof, Maguire.
If Carrick has balls, I'd say Maguire and Bailly. That'd be interesting. But he won't. He's gonna play safe, like he's dead. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Lindelof and Maguire.
Yeah, let's put Maguire there. Right. Oof! We just okay. There. Okay, let's.
If Carrick's smart, he needs to go for that what's it called again? Radical changes mentality, I think that will filter through to the players. If he can't do it through what he says, if players see, oh, he's playing Donny, he's playing Sanchez, he's playing Bailly, I think they'll respond to that. So I think that'll be a smart move. And at the end of the day, he's probably leaving anyway. So what does he have to lose?
Yeah. Right back. I actually think that Wan-Bissaka is probably certified. Anyways, I think like again, if we had a change of manager, I don't think Delo would get his chance off the bat. I think Wan-Bissaka would be our right back.
Yeah. The thing about Wan-Bissaka is that he has the defensive thing going for him. Like he's the best in the world at that. You can't take that away from him. So every manager will try and mold that into his team. So like it's Carrick. He's not coming with some
It's
fancy
Carrick,
philosophy.
yeah.
So
Shut
and he's
up.
gonna want to.
I don't
good
even think
defensive
Carrick is qualified. Like he's finished qualified to be a manager. I don't think
Yeah,
he's probably still working on some of his badges as we speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to see
Yeah, it's
that.
insane. And like I think he'll imagine, like when he closes his eyes tonight and thinks about what players.
And he must be stressing tonight. Carrick must be stressed. Like, dude, I'm screwed.
I like this job, dude. It's insane because
This job,
you're
I think, is the
hearing-
biggest job in football. There's no job bigger than this.
This and Real Madrid, but
Yeah.
like the thing about Real Madrid fans, they're savage. I think we're a bit more.
No,
we're a bit more calm.
we'll back you till death. Is what it looks
Yeah,
like. I say with Ollie,
But
we'll
this job,
back you
it's
till
like-
death.
I'm ready to Mark just slating Carrick. Like oh no, it's Carrick's turn. He's in the hot seat, so
Yeah.
it's an insane job. But like, I think when he imagines Dallo playing and like his defensive frailties will give him nightmares tonight. So he's definitely playing Wan-Bissaka.
Okay, fair enough. The pivot is going to be very interesting now because I think this is where, if I was Michael Carrick, it's not even just about having balls. It's about doing what's right. You've seen it firsthand, Michael. You are sitting on the bench. You are in training, watching every day. It's not up to Ollie anymore. You might ask for McKenna's advice or whatever's advice, but at the end of the day, it's your decision, at least for this game. So for me, it is a must for Donny to start this game. I think that's for sure. Would you agree? Would you think? Because I think you will. I think Carrick might just keep Donny in the pivot.
Yeah, after that display as well. And like I said, I think he's gonna need to like make a point somehow. So I think he'll do it. I think it's going to be Donny, and I think just to jump the gun, I think it'll be with Fred.
Well, I agree with you
And that's
because
the
that's
duo in
exactly what I
midfield.
was gonna say. I was saying
Yeah.
Fred is a bit defensive. He's played in the pivot,
Mm.
and he was rested. And Scott McTominay probably isn't 100%. And I just don't think Carrick could be like,
Yeah.
let's just pick Scott because why not? So I completely agree with
Honest,
that.
this is out of a pool of very average players, our most balanced, in my opinion. Because the
Mm.
thing about Carrick, the thing about Matic, he's obviously the best defensively, but like in terms of mobility, he struggles. Fred, yes, it's been a shock in the last few weeks, but in general, he's okay defensively. And I think with Donny aiding so much in attack and defensively being decent,
Mm.
I mean, we've seen this like
Man
one
of the match
twice. He
performance,
works out
like
so well.
no one was better than Donny last game. So
Yeah.
if like he
I
deserves
mean,
it.
this pivot, we
Oh,
saw it against Istanbul like a gang long ago. Then we saw it against Wolves, and like it did well, but for some odd reason, Ole didn't want to play it.
mm.
So I do think it's probably our most balanced.
Yeah, well there you go. I think if we don't see Donny starting, you sack Carrick there and there. It's just like Carrick, what do you get out, just get out now. Stop wasting our time. So yeah, Donny, my boy. Oh please, I'm praying today. I will make sure for you that you start again on Tuesday. Okay, you deserve it. You actually deserve it. It's not even a piss take now. Donny must be so happy. He must be like, this is it. I'm finally gonna get my chance now. So yeah, Donny, we're hoping for you. We love you as much as you love us. So we wish you all the best, Donny. Wingers are interesting.
I'll just say though, if we see radical changes, then we'll know that Ole was a dictator.
Yeah, no. Like if we see Maguire
Uh,
dropped, Taylor's playing, Donny, Matic,
I doubt it, but
Bruno, I'll be like, damn, Donny was definitely fugazi. But yeah, with the wingers again, I think it's different because like if Ten Hag came in, I think our wingers won't be like Ollie's wingers. We probably will never see Pogba's on the left. We might not see Rashford all the time. We won't probably see Greenwood on the right a lot. But with Carrick, I think he will probably play Rashford. I think Carrick will like Marcus Rashford. Definitely one of his favorites. They English from the youth team. And I just think at the moment where you just need some players you can trust, based on trust alone, I think Carrick will pick Marcus Rashford on the left.
yeah, in picks Tone. I respect him. I will respect Carrick for Tone in this team. But yeah, I think these two are predictable in my opinion, and I think it will be Marcus Rashford on the left.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen today, but like Tony's wife took the piss today when Ollie was fired. Because I believe as soon as the
Mm.
announcement was made, she put up like a Snapchat of just like a good morning song, and she's just like she's having a good time, just taking the piss. But yeah, you know how it is.
Jeez.
Yeah, but
Pop all
anyways,
over again.
yeah, you Pogba all over again. But yeah,
Mm.
moving onwards, Ronaldo's Ronaldo. Don't care which manager comes in, he's playing.
They wouldn't play.
Yeah,
He
he's
can
playing.
like when the team sheet comes up, he can walk back out. Get out.
Yeah, exactly. So Ronaldo's there, right wing. I think same with Donny. Deserves to start, and you have to change something, Michael Carrick. So I would implore you to play Jadon Sancho, and I think you will play Jadon Sancho on the right. What do
Yeah.
you think?
And like, doesn't this guy have COVID? Doesn't Greenwood have COVID?
Yeah, he's got
Has-
COVID as well.
Speaking
Yeah.
of COVID, like, how is it possible that he hasn't gotten the vaccine by now? I just honestly find it insane. I know we have a right to choose if we want the vaccine or not, but I just find it insane, to be honest. That a professional footballer has taken this long to get it. But yeah, no, it definitely has to be Sancho. He doesn't really have much options, and he's the best player to play there. He just played. He did really well, and there's no excuse of maybe he's not used to the Premier League. He's played on the Champions League stage before, so I think it's perfect.
Okay. Now, that's a nice team. Now, wouldn't you agree? Like that. It's not perfect. It's not 100%, but it's a lot nicer than our other Oli teams now, isn't it? Right?
Under good management, I know we've talked about this before, but this team can do things. Honestly, like there's no perfect team. It doesn't really exist.
Well, yeah. Everyone will have a
And-
different idea of a perfect team.
Yeah, there'll always be something missing, I feel. So, I mean, like, you would argue, I know you don't really rate Liverpool's midfield, and you feel like
Well,
you
I don't rate
definitely thought Pogba
the
in-
creative side
Huh?
of the midfield, but yeah.
but I feel like a good tactician can make it work, and play to his strengths. Carrick's not that, we know. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, okay. And then also, I want to ask you though, if you do see a typical Oli team, McFred, Mason probably shouldn't play anyway, so we probably will definitely say Sancho. But yeah, basically McFred, would you be surprised?
Not at all.
I don't know. Would you be
It wasn't
mad?
double.
Would you be a bit mad at Carrick for doing it?
I'd be mad at the club. I should probably already be. I think what they've done has worked because I am happy that all is gone. But then, as Mark was raging about early today, it's probably going to be the same thing. So yeah, I'll just be mad at the club, and it sucks because fans are going to ridicule us. We're going to start seeing characters the wheel being posted all over social media, and people taking the piss at us. So I really hope we do see a difference. But I wouldn't be surprised one bit.
I also didn't think I'd be surprised one bit. But like I said, Carrick, if you just got an ounce of love in your heart, you know that Donny deserves to start. You know, the players know, the fans know. He literally shut you all up. He set you all down last game, so he has to start. And Sancho again. Without Sancho, we still don't score that goal because Sancho puts in the cross to Ronaldo's beautiful head. And if anything, Ronaldo probably should have scored it, but he just hits it back to Donny, and Donny scores. So yeah.
Yeah, but cynical for a sec. I kind of feel like it might be a danger for Carrick to do well. Because I
No,
can see the
it
stuff
is.
saying,
No, it is. It is
just
a
let him
very
go for
big
the season.
danger. It's a very big danger.
Yeah.
But I think the difference is now I don't think our fans will buy into it. Like if
I
Carrick
don't.
if Carrick wins this game and he beats Chelsea even at most, I don't think our fans will be like give him the card check because I think everyone's just like I can't do it again.
I don't think they'll take it that far, but I kind of feel like they would love to keep it exactly like this until the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because it's just a headache for them.
Job for
bringing
the
someone.
boys. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so if he does really well, if he wins, he beats Chelsea, he's
He
here.
basically does
till
what
the
Oli
summer.
did when he came.
Yeah.
Maybe we see a 4-3-3 and it's just like, okay. Now Carrick wins and everything feels good. But yeah, I don't really think so. Like I said, I don't expect a difference for this game almost. But at least now we can go in a mindset where it's not negative, like maybe now something could happen, and even if something doesn't happen, we're not going to be disappointed because like we can sympathize with Carrick, like Carrick probably is like, I should probably go, I should probably be fired, but just for the sake of United and the situation, I'll stay and I'll just manage for now,
And you know what? Just to help Carrick a little bit. CDMs tend to be really good managers. They really do, because I feel like you look at Pep, was Enrique in the midfield? I think Enrique was in the midfield. Maybe I'm just talking from a boss perspective. But I do think
Xavi was on a CDM.
Xavi, yeah. I feel like and okay, I don't want to name drop Koeman because like that hasn't really worked out well.
Koeman.
But then I kind of feel like from that deep position, you get to analyze the whole game from a really good perspective.
Yeah, you
So-
do everything basically, yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe he will understand the basics of knowing how to control the midfield because he was a midfielder, and hopefully that will work in our favor.
Yeah. And I was gonna say before I raised the team, there's one more question because this is interesting. Just picture De Gea as there. This little man here. I was just saying picture De Gea as here. This little man here. Is there any chance Carrick drops Maguire as a captain? Maybe not as a
No.
player. Strips him off the captaincy.
I'll give you $10 if that happens.
Give it him back. Donny didn't even start, dude. Yeah, Donny didn't even start. So like, I remember that $5 that we had on it. But yeah, so $10 if Maguire. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think that I think that's quite a good indication if Carrick did that. If he did strip Maguire, I'd be like, listen, Carrick, you're not gonna be here for long. I don't care what you do. I still want you out. Unless you literally just kept on winning and you won the league and Champions League and FA Cup, and I'm like, okay, fine, fair enough then. But yeah, if we did strip Maguire, I'd just be like, okay, people need to wake up now.
The thing is, at the end of the day, you don't owe these players anything. To be honest, And Ole wouldn't do it because his drive, his principles are loyalty and trust and all that. Carrick, you're gonna get fired anyway, so just come and rip it up. Honestly, you can just. It's FIFA for you. Just do what you want, And if you did that, I think it'll work in his favor.
I also think so. I think it will. But, before we give score predictions, to the United players, you guys have been slacking. As much as it's Oli to blame and everything, you guys as a players, as a squad together, need to pull your finger out of your ass now. And you guys need to start playing some football. Whether it's Michael Carrick for now or whatever, you guys need to put in a performance, because I tell you what, I let it slide, we let it get away with it because we understand it can be toxic. It just with Oli, it's just not working, and some of you guys are like, Donny's not playing and people deserve, so Oli is gone. So if I dare see one of you motherfuckers sabotage while Carrick is here, you should just pack your bags and leave with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, there's a level of throwing him under the bus and throwing him, just doing it just to get him out. But now that when he is out, it's time to play and it's time to be a professional. So
Yeah.
I'm expecting a good performance from United. Whether it's Carrick or whatever, the tactics are bad. Even if we lose, I expect everyone to put in a shift. And Villarreal,
Yeah.
so
I honestly think the mentality in football is insane. Like, I think you look at Pep and why he's good. I think it's because he's able to refresh that mentality, and make it new when it's not new. And I think Ferguson really
yeah, that's what I was
excelled
gonna
in
say.
that.
Exactly, that's what Fergie was great at. It's like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just listen to all the documentaries. It was like Geeks will be like, we won the league, we celebrated for 3 hours, but then on the busway home, Fergie would keep quiet, and then out of nowhere he stands up and he says, "Everyone, be quiet, because next season we're gonna have to do it again." And it's just like, I just can't catch a breath.
You know?
you know?
Like, players
just
are human.
don't
They
slow
become
down.
complacent.
Yeah.
You become complacent. So
You see it
if
with
you
Liverpool.
can-
Liverpool's probably the prime example.
Yeah. Look at them now. Van Dijk gets injured.
Well,
That's
they're
the
getting
real
up.
thing.
Well, they're getting there again. But like I said, I knew as soon as the season where they won things, I was just like, they're going to start slipping up again now.
Yeah. But I'm honestly convinced. As soon as these players feel like it's a new beginning, we're gonna see some other football. I'm saying it now. We're gonna see hat tricks, some other passes from Bruno. So I'm prepared for it. If Carrick can get that, I think we can smack Villarreal. But I have doubts. to be
I just don't
honest.
think
So my prediction.
that happiness mentality is there yet. I just feel like the players will be
Yeah.
like, it's not the time. So I don't know. I hope to be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully. But I don't know. I think Carrick will make them more attacking. But the thing is, we've still got slab hit. So I'm gonna go for a 3-2 United win. Insane.
Yeah! 3-2. Well, that'll be an interesting game. The heart attack starts for different reasons now. 3-2. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember. Some of you guys were OG RDA subscribers. Used to remember when he started, how much I used to get heart attacks at the early days, and how much I just used to rage on the channel. I used to hit the desk and everything. I just never used to have it. So now it's just and then over time you just get broken. You become a broken man. But now it's nice, maybe I can go back to there. It's just we're 2-2 and I'm like, oh yes, good point. Just get the point. Get the win. Because now I don't want to lose, Now there's no reason for me to want to lose. Now it's just
I think
oh.
Staff is the host. You have to keep your composure. You need to keep.
Yeah, that's also true. I'm also the host now, so yeah, it might be like that. What I think is gonna happen in this game? I think Ronaldo will have a big part of leadership to play now. I think Ronaldo's just too professional, and I think Ronaldo, as much as Carrick is the manager, I think Ronaldo is going to be the manager of the team against Villarreal. And I think Ronaldo just tell them, listen, guys, we all liked Oli. We all loved him. We would love him to work out whatever. But we as a group, and Ronaldo said it, there's reports saying Ronaldo said it himself. He said, you guys want it too easy. We do have to play better than what we've been doing. We've got to be professional. And if you guys want to stay in the Champions League and play for a club like Man United, you guys are going to need to start playing and putting in performances and take your finger out your ass now. So I'm hoping Ronaldo has a bigger part to play than Michael Carrick, because I believe in Ronaldo more. And I just think because it's Champions League, we've missed the Champions League. I would hope that we'd win. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I don't think it'll be pretty. So I think it'll just be one of those classic where it's we got away with it. 2-1 United win. Maybe one goal from a good moment, then an individualistic goal, and we'll just let the goal in and we get the 3 points, and we'll just have to take it. I won't be overly criticized if we play shit. If we play shite and we shithouse the 2-1, it's fine for me. It's fine now because it's Carrick, and we'll just have to see until we get another manager.
If we're not on it, Villarreal's gonna smack us, to be honest.
Yeah, if we're not on it, we will get smacked.
They have a good manager. I mean, they beat us in the final anyway. But they have a good manager. They're at their home stadium. So if we don't start on a good pace, I think we will get smacked. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see also before we end off if there's anything on Twitter give updates. Herrera has been seeking a lot too, gentlemen. I feel lucky to be coached by you. Anything else here?
He's played love.
Don't think so. I don't think we'll get any much news because just it's been a lot for the players and the club. So I think everyone will just be told, go home, ease your mind, clear your mind, get ready for.
Chapter's closed until after Chelsea. I think you were right, to be honest. And we'll probably just hear from like people like Ramon or what we're looking to do.
Yeah, and let's see what happens. Let's see if talks are going. Lots of people are still thinking that Zidane can be convinced. Lots of people want Ten Hag, so let's just see what happens. I guess. Anyways, was I gonna say something else? I feel like I was gonna say something else.
Conte though, just say Conte was a bit impatient. Because look, Ole's gone now.
Yeah, I was
Like,
telling
he's
my dad
stressing
if
Spurs
if
now.
Conte just waited one more week, he would have had the job.
Dude, look, he's stressing at Spurs now. Imagine Conte this lineup. I don't want to live in the past, but opportunity missed.
Yeah, but the only that's what I was gonna say. The important thing. If Carrick wins, and we even somehow play prime Barcelona or shithouse to win, dare you one of you guys to sing a song about Carrick. I'm gonna find you,
Songs.
and we're
On
putting
the
you.
bench.
Yeah, exactly. We are gonna kick you out of the stadium, of the country. We're gonna take you away into the woods. We're gonna make sure you don't return. Okay, we can't be singing. Let's be honest. We can't be singing as fans. Carrick said to me, please, guys. You know how the Glazers are. All of a sudden, they see Carrick's at the wheel trending. Carrick gets a contract. No, guys, relax yourself, okay? Until we get a real manager, we need to relax. And also, yeah, more than ever, as always, Glazers out. Glazers out. Supposedly they're saying it was Ollie's choice to do that interview to say goodbye to the fans. But I'm just like, how as a club can you can put the man at his lowest point and do an interview like that? It's just, I don't know. I find it a bit weird. And did I feel sorry for Ollie? In ways, maybe. But like I said, I just think it got so bad where it's not Ollie's fault, but it just got so bad where I'm just like, dude, I don't know what you want me to feel for you. Like, you want me to feel sorry for you, I don't know. Like, you're walking away with 8 million in your pocket.
I don't know what. Like, was he that broken?
Dude, you watch it and you make your. Actually, if I play it. Basically, you know what he said? He said, like, everyone is sad about it. I'm, like, one of the very few. So the majority, like, even the Ollie outers found it as very sad. And it just speaks a lot, but, like, the last 2 minutes of the interview was, like, hectic. And he was just saying that, with Michael's just a lovely guy. And that, and then he started like saying, sorry, I'm getting emotional now, and he just started like, doing this, and it's like, I believe in the boys. He just like, and he said that, no matter what, I'll be watching and supporting them, at home, and it's just like a bit quiet, and they did like a little cutscene, and then the interview was like, Ollie, you're always welcome back at United, and it's like, and then Ollie basically said, I hope so, and I was just like, shh. Yeah, there's it's all those, and it's just like, Ali, it's unfortunate. It's not like we're not gonna like even the local fans, they won't kill you. They back you till the end. So like, I feel in a way you do feel for Ali because it's like, man, like it shouldn't have gotten to this point. Like it got there, and by all means, like everything that was said was probably right. But it didn't have to go. It shouldn't be at this point. And that's why I just feel like the whole interview is weird. So and then so they said like, Ollie, you're always welcome back. He said I hope so, and he also said that, not to be too optimistic, but I come into manager jobs. I generally build a good squad. He said it's unfortunate that I couldn't get the results to where you need to be, and he just said that when I was at Molde, I built the squad, I couldn't get them to where they did, and I left Molde twice, but both times I left Molde, the next manager won the league. So I'm hoping that I've left the squad in a better place, that when the new manager walks in, that they can hopefully win the league. So Oli basically, what it seemed like? That interview seemed like, you can think whatever you want of Oli now, and like I said, I don't really feel sorry for the guy or anything. Well, I do. I feel a little bit sorry for him, but like, it's not. I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh, Oli, I wish, let's stay. Why would you sack him? No, whatever's happened, it's happened. But I'm at the point where it's like, I feel like we got Oli back. It's like that's Oli. Like when I looked at Oli doing that interview, I was like, that's the real Oli. There's no real nonsense. There really isn't no PR stuff. You can see it's just Oli the legend, Oli the fan of United again. Where it's just like, and he said like, I walk out through the front door, and and just how it is. The fans were great. Got the best fans. I'll be supporting them, watching them, and yeah, the next manager can take over and hopefully do a good job. It was very emotional. Let's see if we have quotes. I'm sure.
Saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've never had such a manager who was so emotionally attached to him. That It's so hard.
Yeah.
I think you're early on quickly.
And I
Like,
think
you
the
also
difference
United, you
is
also
like you, myself, and like Clay, because we're not so old where it was like we experienced prime Ollie or anything like that, or even like anything like that. It's different, but like that's what I always said. I can understand it from the point where it's like, because even today they were just making jokes. Like imagine Wayne Rooney became manager, and I was just like, I can't, like I couldn't stand it because that's when I can like relate to it. Because like Rooney to me was like probably like Solskjaer to many others. It's just like if Rooney came in, I don't want to see us ruin Wayne Rooney. I don't want to think of Wayne Rooney in any other way than him being the great striker of all time. That's the only way I want to picture Rooney, and I want it to end like that. So
yeah. I think I'm like I can't relate because I didn't see him score the goal in '99, all that. But like with Solskjaer, whenever things go bad, he's want him out, want him out. But like you just see him in an interview or like a picture of him, you're like, oh my gosh, this man loves United. It's so hard. Like, so
well,
first
listen.
time
I
I
think at
experienced
the
it.
beginning we could all say that we all saying majority of us. I'm not gonna say all because some of you guys might have hated Ollie for some reason at the beginning. When interim period, we all loved Ollie. We all understood Ollie. We're just like, this is a legend. We all wanted Ollie to work out. Then over time, he just changed, and he started dipping and dipping. And over time, naturally, not every manager is gonna last the world. Like Liverpool fans, Klopp ain't gonna last forever. Pep, City fans, Pep won't last forever. Things do come to an end. And I'm not saying it even started with Ollie, but like it didn't end as nice as we would have liked it. So it is what it is. But yeah, some of the quotes, bro. So he said, so Solskjaer said, Michael, I have the utmost respect for. I love Michael to bits. I'm becoming emotional now because he's top. And then he pauses for a bit and he says, they'll be fine. I'll watch them and support them. So that's where he got like emotional. And he said that I'm a fan and I wish players all the best. There's some very, very good players there, some good people. I'm sure we'll see them puff out their chest and they'll go on a run. He said, I'm 100% sure to create a football environment. That's where I'm good at. And at some point, I'll probably be back working at football. I'll watch the team, of course, and hopefully the next manager comes in and I want to support him. I want him to be successful. Hopefully I've laid the foundations for what happened because I know I'm good at what I'm doing. He said, I knew that the day and then basically what he said, yeah? Oh no, you just talked about Europa League. That I don't know. I'm not gonna say that quote because he's basically said a quote where it's just like he refers to Europa League and he said, it would have been nice to win the trophy, but it does. You don't need the trophy. Don't report. Don't report that. Okay, don't remind me that all he says winning trophies are fake. No, I don't need to know that. Okay, if you're trying to make it emotional, just leave that out of there. Because then as soon as you bring that up, with trophies are for egos, I'm like, you see, fuck this guy. I don't care. That's why I'm like no. But he also said, I'm sure we'll meet again because if there's anywhere I'm going to watch football games, it's at Old Trafford. And then he did say the Mulder thing about when he left the next managers on the league. He backed the board as well. He said I've said many times in interviews I've been backed by the board. The owners have backed me. So he goes down. He ends off with saying that defending the Glazers. He said he remembers games like the PSG because it was one of his best memories at United. He says the fans have been amazing from day one at Cardiff until the one now. They've been top and we'll see each other again. He said, I'm so honoured and privileged to have trusted to take the club forward and I really hope that I leave it in a better state than when I came. And I say, to be fair to Ollie, yeah, the squad is better. I've always said this. I think the squad that Ollie had is by far so clear and that's why this season was so important. Like, and it's just unfortunate, like why was this squad gifted to Ollie? I just wish in a way, it's not with Ollie. I just wish Ollie was tactically good enough, not even to like a Pep standard, maybe like a Brendan Rodgers standard, where he could have won a trophy. Because like I said, Ollie's the only manager since Fergie to not win a trophy at United, which is a bit sad. We didn't get to see Ollie win the trophy as a manager. So yeah, and he says it's been a ball.
What I he asked for it.
What do you say?
From what I hear, he asked for it because he didn't want to do any other interviews after it. He just wanted to
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So he said, I just he supposedly this interview was asked to do from Ollie himself. He said, it's been a ball. It's been absolutely enjoyable from the first to the last minute. So I have to thank all the players because since I came in, they're top lads, top people. And that quote, you just think about Ollie, where he's like, when Ollie's asked about transfer targets, like, you got to be a top lad, you got to be a top player to play for United. And it's just like, it's true. Um,
Like they have to be a good player and a good person. He loves that
yeah,
one.
he loves that one exactly. It seems like he stayed true, you know. I said I think everyone knows that I gave everything for the club. The club means everything to me, and together we're a good match. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the results we needed, and it's time for me to step aside. Um, yeah, so there
Wow,
we go.
sounds intense.
It's a bit emotional, isn't it?
Mm.
Ah, poor
Yeah, I'll
Ollie.
watch after this and cry.
Yeah, watch out this and cry.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I feel a bit emotional reading it the second time around. The first time around, I was just like, ban this guy. Don't really care. Second time reading it around, it's just, yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. So, yeah, Mr. Ollie, it was it's I can't even say it was fun while it lasted, because it really wasn't. It wasn't fun. It was very pain. There's lots of tough moments. But yeah, I think life moves on. And like I said, at least I got closure where it's like, now that I can think of Ollie, hopefully every time I think of Ollie, I only think about 99. And I can only think about this interview where Ollie's like, I did it everything I could. I wasn't good enough. I stepped aside, even though he didn't step aside. He got sacked. We're just saying he stepped aside. And yeah, like I say, Ollie, all the best, brother. All the best. Go. I think Ollie needs a break. Ollie needs a break. He needs a break. And
actually,
like I said to Ollie, I implore him to, if he
enjoy.
wants to come back into this line of work, adapt, change, learn more.
It's just go enjoy your 7 million. Just get away from the
Or,
stress.
yeah, for now. But I'm just saying, if he wants to come back, learn more, learn to adapt. See where you gone wrong, maybe. But what I love is that Ollie stay true. He's like, he's a good guy. You can tell he's a good guy. Like imagine would Mourinho ever say, "I want the next manager who comes after me at United to do well. I'm gonna support him." Mourinho's not like that exactly.
I say too good. I think he might be too loyal, and that might be his downfall, to be honest, because he's been loyal to people that don't really aid him.
That's the thing. That's what I said. It's like I believed in my coaches. I think they're world class, but they let you down, Ollie. They let you down, and that's the other thing. Like I think like this interview says it all. Like now because you're not the United manager, when you're this nice, it feels nice, but it's a negative in terms of you being a manager. You got to have
Like,
ruthlessness in you.
it's a cutthroat industry. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And that's how you succeed. Like you look at people like Pep and Tuchel, they're ruthless. The content,
Even Klopp, as nice as he is, when he loses it,
Yeah.
he loses it.
Yeah,
So
you have to be like that. You have to be obsessed with it. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just doesn't have it, sadly.
yeah. So like I said, Ollie. Like I said, at least I got closure. It feels like we've got part of you back. I'm gonna try think of you like I said without managing your manager aspect, but it's hard. It's very natural because now every time you think of Ollie, you just can be like, Ash. it's hard.
Fine margins.
So yeah, fine margin exactly. It's fine margins, Ollie. Me thinking of you as fine margins at the moment, but yeah, I think it's been a good show. I think we covered the Villarreal game as good as we could. Got a bit emotional at the end because of Ollie's comments, but yeah, it is what it is. PR masterclass from the United admin as always, and Mr. Ollie himself. They never fail at that aspect of football.
Hogan, you want to do an interview? What?
Glazer did like, yo, if Ollie does an interview, milking the man, great interaction, you don't like us, be a dub. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of PR involved. But yeah, I do feel like Ollie was honest in the interview. I think everything he wanted to say and got off his chest, he's got off his chest, and I think Ollie will be fine. He's a grown man.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll end off with no regrets at United, which is a
We
good
don't
thing.
dislike him.
Yeah.
People might think that we do.
Well, we've said
It's
things like I put my hands up. I said many, many, many bad things about Ollie. Like I said, at that point, judging him and saying the bad things for what the situation was, it was probably correct. But like now, I don't have to. Like, there's no point in me calling Ollie a pre-teacher now because it's like he's not a manager anymore. He's not managing my club. So
Every time you say anything, it's been about his football. When you call him a PE teacher, you're talking about his tactical knowledge. No, you're not attacking him as a person.
yeah. But yeah, I think it's been a good show. Is there anything else you want to say? Maybe again, anything you want to say about Ollie? His last words probably.
I don't know. I'm stuck between a place of being cautious and being optimistic. I don't know where I should be. We'll see.
Yeah, but like I said, so United, We gotta just move on as fans, ain't it? Oli will come and go, Ronaldo's will come and go, Fergie's will come and go. We don't come and go. We just stay here no matter what. Relegation, Champions Leagues, Championships. We are stuck. We love the club.
What
That's
I
what
do know,
it is.
what I do know, the Glazers should be trending now.
That's
You
the
know,
that's the yeah.
I think we've seen more than enough evidence. You know, and they're pulling the wool over our eyes again. They're doing it because it's calm now. You know, so I don't like. We need to come together and do something because I feel like we do have the power, but for some odd reason we're just refusing to cooperate.
That's the other thing now. I don't think like the United fan base should be divided now. Like if you're an Oli sexual and you are like adamant Oli out
They
there,
don't want.
there's no
That's why they want it on.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like now there shouldn't be anything. We should all be on the same page now, where it's like there's only one group of people to blame, the board, the Glazers. So focus all your whatever you're feeling, your negative energy, whatever your just determination, focus it towards the Glazers, you know, because they're at the end of it. Like if you are Ollie out, if you're Ollie section, you really did like Ollie, and you watched that interview and you cried during that interview, you should feel
Maybe
more than
that's-
ever to like
Yeah.
go at the Glazers, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I think as slow as it is, they are slowly being pushed out because I think this franchise scheme, as much as it's paving over the cracks, I think
They'll never
it
be
represents-
accepted at United. The Glazers won't be
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah, I think it represents a slight release of power, you know, and I think we just pile the pressure. It's gonna get to the point where they just feel like they can't keep hold.
I
of
think
this
the
club.
only way the Glazers will be accepted is like even if they took out dividends, but they just put people in charge of football who are footballing people and the structure is done. Like if the Glazers took out 18 million or like 20 million every season or whatever, but we had
Yeah.
Van der Sars, we had Ralph Ragnicks, we had Marcel Brands, we had a good technical director, all those things, and we were doing well on the football pitch because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If we were doing that well, we wouldn't care if the Glazers are taking out 18 mil if we win in the Premier League. You know, we wouldn't care. If anything, I'll be like, fair enough, Glazers, take out the 18 mil. We won the Premier League. Fair enough, take it.
Yeah. I'm starting to think the Glazers probably don't really know what's going on. At
They
this point.
don't. That's the thing. And because who will they ask? They'll ask Ed Woodward. And what will Ed Woodward be like? No, don't get Van der Sar. Don't get Marcel Brands. Don't get Ralph Ragnick. You know why? They are footballing people. You know why you should trust us? Because we make you money. That's why.
Yeah. I'm like, because I feel like I saw a stat that Ole spent 387 million. I don't think you spend that much when you just don't care completely about what happens to football, because that's a waste of money. You know? So I just feel like it's so simple. You know, like just pick up a phone call Ralph Ragnick, and it's fixed. You know, just let him.
You call
do
him now.
things.
You'd be like, just come interim, take the director of football. Let's get Ten Hag in the summer. Easy dub. You know, like I said,
Yeah.
it is that simple. So yeah, like I said, I think it's been a good show. Ollie, we wish you the best, my brother. Go spend some time with your family again, like I said. But us as United fans, us as a club of Manchester United, we have to focus and set sights on Tuesday. And like I said, those players need to be professional. As whatever emotions they're feeling, get it out now, get it out tomorrow. Come Tuesday, everyone's heads need to be on one thing: beating Villarreal. You know, whatever agendas you have now, it should be put to the side. You know, it should be put to the side. So, now let's get the job done, boys. Let's get the job done. Let's get 3 points. Let's qualify for the next round of the Champions League. And yeah, we move to Chelsea, where regardless of what anything happens, we're probably gonna get piped anyways. There, so yeah, there it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands against Chelsea. It's in God's hands. So yeah.
Hey, we got the goat. Anything's possible.
Hey, dude,
Let's pass to him. Let's pass to him. Chelsea crying. Simple.
You really could do that simple. But yeah, anyways, smash like on the video, subscribe if you're new. It's been a very emotional week. It's like I'm very happy, but there's a certain part of me where it's like in my United heart, where it's like there just has to be a certain class where I don't want to take the piss so much on Oli. You know, I don't want to take out the with the shirts. It's just like it's done now, and it's like because I've been waiting for this whole my whole life. When I get there, it's almost like, and you've been chasing this constant goal, and eventually you get there. You're just like you don't know what to do. It's just like yeah, and then you just think you don't know. This problem is not done. Carrick, they're all there. Glazer there. So for me, it's like it's a battle won, but it's not the war. You know. So yeah, I think that's the best way I can put it. So yeah, subscribe if you're new. Smash a like. Comment your guys' score predictions. Comment your team yeah, your starting team, and yeah, let's interact with us. I'll check you very soon. If anything happens tomorrow, we'll do a show. Maybe Maloto will do a show actually, because Carrick will have to do a presser at some point. So yeah, maybe Maloto. I think there might be a presser tomorrow. So
Yeah, come on.
yeah, probably. So yeah, so Maloto will do that. So yeah, like I said, we'll check you soon, and goodbye.